Okay, so we all know that feeling, right? Just too much to do, not enough time.
Definitely. It's a constant pressure.
But what if you could, like, fundamentally change how you tackle complex stuff? Make it smarter, more efficient.
Well, that's exactly the hook, isn't it? That desire for better productivity, handling complexity. It's really pushing interest in, practical AI applications right now.
Which is why we decided to do a deep dive into this generative AI automation specialization that Coursera offers. We've gone through their materials, the course descriptions, all of that.
Yeah, and our goal today isn't just to list the features. We want to really get into its structure, figure out what skills you'd actually gain, and, well, is it worth your time?
Worth the investment for boosting productivity, understanding how AI works in the real world.
Exactly.
Okay, let's start unpacking this. First thing, it's a series, right? 4 courses.
That's right, 4 courses. And they're very focused on mastering generative AI, specifically using ChatGPT to automate, well, those tricky, complex tasks.
It's a pretty direct promise.
It is. And the numbers are quite something. They mention over 12,000 people already enrolled,
Wow. Okay.
which, suggests people see real value there. And importantly, it's pitched as beginner level.
Meaning no prior experience needed.
None required. You can just jump in. That definitely makes it more accessible for a lot of folks.
That's encouraging, especially if you feel like you're sort of behind the curves on AI. Now, the time, realistically, what are we looking at? Finding hours is always the challenge.
Yeah, they estimate about 4 weeks total, putting in roughly 10 hours per week.
10 hours a week. Okay.
But, and this is key, they stress it's a flexible schedule. So you fit it around your life, not the other way around.
10 hours is still a commitment, but what they're promising sounds, pretty big. They talk about performing tasks effortlessly using the power of generative AI. That's quite a claim.
It is a high bar. But they give examples almost immediately to make it concrete, like going beyond your smartphone's capabilities.
Awesome.
Things like having it act as a math tutor, or even helping write sophisticated software. These kinds of specific examples help you picture the potential, I think.
Definitely takes it out of the abstract. And it sounds like the absolute core skill here is prompt engineering, learning how to talk to the AI effectively.
Precisely. That's positioned as the key thing,
Yeah.
figuring out how to phrase your requests, your prompts, to get what they call emergent intelligence and advanced reasoning out of the AI.
So it's like learning the right way to ask the question to get a surprisingly smart answer.
You got it. Think of it like unlocking hidden capabilities just by how you communicate.
And it's not just theory, is it? There's this applied learning project mentioned. What does that involve?
Right, so there are hands-on exercises, deeper analysis tasks. The idea is you really get under the hood, understand how the AI models actually perceive your prompts, how they process them, and why they respond the way they do.
Getting your hands dirty, basically.
Exactly. That practical side is crucial for really mastering it, not just knowing about it.
Makes sense. And the big picture goal seems to be boosting that day-to-day productivity, finding creative ways to use AI. That sounds like the pair people want.
Yeah, translating the buzz around AI into something tangible, something useful in your actual routine.
Okay, let's zoom in a bit. The courses themselves. Course 1, Prompt Engineering for ChatGPT. Looks like the longest one, about 18 hours.
Yeah, that's the foundational one. It really drills down into crafting effective prompts specifically for large language models like ChatGPT.
So what do you learn to do?
You learn specific prompt patterns, ways to access the more powerful, maybe less obvious capabilities, and importantly, how to use these patterns to build your own sort of mini applications or tools
Tools for what?
for all sorts of things, work tasks, personal projects, you name it. It's about designing interactions that solve problems for you.
Not just asking questions, but building things with language. That does sound powerful.
It really is. Okay, so course 2 then moves to ChatGPT Advanced Data Analysis. That's about 10 hours. What's the focus there?
This one seems very much about automation, specifically using something called the code interpreter within ChatGPT. They
Yeah,
talk about automating tasks and, crucially, handling loads of different file formats, PDFs, PowerPoints, Excel, images, even video files.
Okay, the efficiency gains there could be massive. Imagine just feeding it different documents or data files and having it analyze or extract information automatically.
Exactly. Huge time saver potential, working across different media without all the manual conversion and stuff.
Definitely. Okay, then course 3 is Trustworthy Generative AI. 8 hours. This feels really timely with all the talk about AI mistakes and Reliability.
Absolutely. This tackles that head on. It's about figuring out which kinds of problems AI is actually good for, and critically, how to frame your problems and engineer your prompts to get results that are more, well, trustworthy, more reliable.
That is so important. It's not just getting an answer, it's knowing if you can depend on it and when.
Right. And finally, the shortest one, just 3 hours, GPT vision, seeing the world through generative AI. The examples here were quite surprising.
Yeah, this one's about the AI interpreting images, visual stuff.
Yeah.
And the examples are pretty cool, like taking a photo of your messy handwritten notes
Uh-huh.
and turning it into organized text, maybe even drafting emails from it,
Uh-huh.
or taking a picture of ingredients and getting a recipe,
Wow.
or a picture of something broken and it suggests DIY repair steps or helps write social media posts from a photo, things like that.
That's where it really clicks into everyday life, isn't it? Taking a picture and getting something immediately useful back. That's
And
practical magic.
totally, it just opens up new ways of interacting with the physical world through AI using your camera.
Okay, the content sounds genuinely interesting, but who's actually teaching this? What about the, credibility?
Good question. So when you finish, you get a shareable certificate. You can put that on your LinkedIn profile, for instance.
Standard Coursera practice.
Right. And the instructor is Dr. Jules White from Vanderbilt University. He's listed as a top instructor.
Vanderbilt. That's a well-regarded university, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A major private research university, has a medical center. Having Vanderbilt's name associated definitely adds weight, adds credibility to the whole thing.
Did they share any feedback from people who've actually done the specialization? Any comments that stood out?
They did. And the testimonials really highlight two things, the practical application and the flexibility. Someone named Felipe mentioned learning at his own pace and rhythm, which is great for busy people.
Yeah, that flexibility is key.
And then Jennifer J. said she directly applied the concepts and skills to a new project at work.
Ah, that's the gold standard, isn't it? Using it on the job right away.
Exactly. That direct impact is what people are often hoping for.
It's good to hear that connection is being made. They also quickly mention Coursera for Business. What's the significance of that?
Well, it just shows that companies are using Coursera, potentially, including specializations like this one, for training their employees. It suggests the skills taught here are seen as relevant and valuable in the business world, too.
Okay, industry recognition, essentially. Good point. All right, let's nail down the practical details. No prior experience needed. We covered that. Big plus.
Yep, beginner-friendly.
Is there a set order for the courses?
They recommend starting with the prompt engineering course, since it lays the groundwork.
Makes sense.
But after that, the other three, data analysis, trustworthy AI, GPT, vision, they say you can take them in any order based on what interests you most. So there's flexibility there too.
And it's all online, obviously. Learn whenever, wherever.
Fully online, yeah. Standard Coursera model.
What about cost or trying before you buy?
So if you subscribe to Coursera, there's usually a 7-day free trial, lets you peek inside.
Okay.
And crucially, there's often an option to audit the courses for free.
Audit means?
You get access to the course materials, the videos, the readings, but you don't do the graded assignments or get the certificate. It's a great way to check it out without paying.
That audit option is fantastic. Removes a big barrier if you're just curious. One last practical thing. University credit. Does this count towards a degree?
No. The materials are clear. This
Okay.
specialization doesn't carry formal university credit itself,
But
but they do add a little note that some universities might accept the certificate for credit. So
Yeah.
you'd have to check with a specific university if that's a path you're considering. Don't assume it counts.
got it. Okay, let's try and wrap this up. If we boil it all down, what are the main takeaways from this deep dive into the generative AI automation specialization?
Well, I think it offers a really structured, quite accessible way for anyone, even total beginners, to get practical skills in generative AI. The focus is clearly on prompt engineering for ChatGPT.
Right, the core skill.
Yeah. And it covers a good range of applications, from just making your day more productive to doing pretty advanced data analysis and even that cool image interpretation stuff with GPT Vision.
And the Vanderbilt connection adds credibility.
Definitely. That, plus the positive learner feedback about applying skills at work, makes it seem like a solid program.
So the bottom line, if you're looking to get up to speed quickly in AI, learn skills that are actually valuable right now, automate tasks, be more efficient, this Coursera specialization seems like a comprehensive and pretty user-friendly option.
I'd agree. It looks like a concrete path to go from just hearing about AI to actually using it effectively, both at work and, maybe in your personal life too.
Which brings us to that final thought for you, the listener. Really consider how this ability to talk effectively with AI, this art of prompt engineering, how is that going to fundamentally change things? Not just work, but how we learn, how we find information, how we interact with the world. What new doors does that open up for you? Something to think about as we all navigate this.
Well, this rapidly changing